Not two, not three, but one good whack. Luke, I am a Nomad's Projects. Hi guys, and welcome back to the show. Today the objective is to do some troubleshooting on the wobbling issues we have with the capital drill press. We will also look into the leveling issues of the table here, try to get it adjusted so that it's true. Also, I figured out what this thing is. Remember this? What the hell is this for? Apparently it's a key drift. So this thing here, that is apparently called a key drift, it's used if you want to take off the spindle from the quill. You insert it in there and give it a whack, and then you take off the whole, or you loosen the whole spindle. So now we know! So how to remove the chuck. You get a screw with a nut on the end, and it has to be long enough to reach the spindle. And you open the chuck up so that you can get the screw in there. You tighten the chuck and then tighten the screw. That will push the chuck out. So after resorting to force, I finally figured out what I'd done wrong with trying to force the chuck off the spindle with the screw. As you saw, there wasn't enough force to hold the nut in place when I was turning the screw. So what you're actually supposed to do is to get the nut in behind the back of the teeth up here, and then tighten the chuck so that the nut is locked behind the teeth, like so. And then you don't really need that long of a screw either, and you don't need threads along the entire screw either. It works! When you're going to refit the chuck, you're supposed to make sure that the teeth are flush with the lower end of the chuck here. And this is where you come to a holy hand grenade moment. And you're supposed to give it one good whack. Not two, not three, but one good whack. So now let's see. So now I'm looking to see if the spindle is through. So I'll be checking the gap between the top of the spindle while rotating it. So now let's observe the gap right here. To me it looks good from this angle. Perfect. So I've checked in several positions now, and the spindle is absolutely true with the table. So again, it's the case of the holy hand grenade. One good whack. Now that we know the spindle is true with the table, I figured we could try to check that the chuck also is true with the table. At least we'll check the outside of it, and then I'll get one of my better drill bits and see if the drill bit is also true. Can you hear that? I really don't know if it's coming through on the video, but hear the scraping sound. There. There. There again. So the chuck isn't completely true. At least not on the outside. I'll put on what I think is my best drill bit. So let's check the alignment with the table. I can also see that the drill itself is not perfectly straight. I guess this is why you need a calibrated rod to do this kind of troubleshooting. We also tested that the table was true with the spindle. So that's not where the problem is. I placed the mini square directly underneath the tip of the drill bit. Can you see that? This is the drill bit. It's not the chuck. See how much it moves? No wonder we get wobble. Now I'm trying with a different drill bit, this one for wood. Unfortunately, it's from the same set of drill bits, so I'm not expecting a very different result. You can see the travel here. It's not as pronounced as with the concrete drill bit, but it's still there. I've decided to try with a different drill bit. This one is from Bosch. So Tim, I'm counting on you. This is the 3mm Bosch drill bit. It has the tiniest bit of wobble. You can see there is a tiny bit of wobble there as well. This wobble is not larger that I cannot safely say that this comes from the drill bit. As we saw, there was a bit of an inconsistency in the chuck. The question is, percentage-wise, this deviation may be this large. It is a smaller drill bit. This is an 8mm Bosch drill bit. It's flat on the bottom, so it's a little bit more difficult to say, but this one seems very true. So let's do the test with the 2x4 fixed in this vise here. So we should really hear rattling if for the metal of the vise against the table, if there is any sorts of wobble. Baby Vader approves. Now that we've taken care of the wobble issues, we identified that a tiny bit of the wobble probably came from the chuck, but most came from the drill bits. And we see they vary a lot in quality. We have to ask ourselves, are these priced drill bits bad? And I would say no. I got these from Claes Olsson. It's been years ago. I have no idea what they cost, but they're not very expensive. The thing is, and I have to refer you to the video where I tested these woodpecker's precision squares, is that all tools are made for a purpose and within a tolerance. And when you're drilling by hand, and especially this is a concrete drill, which you probably would need a hammer drill to use, you will never be able to hold it very precisely. So the drill bit itself doesn't have to be very precise. That said, I had percentage-wise quite large deviation in this 3mm drill bit. However, it's only 3mm, and I suspect that the chuck on my drill press is not actually made for those small diameter. So if I want more precision with small diameter drill bits, I probably need to buy a more precise chuck as well. The best results we got from this 8mm Bosch drill bit. and as you could hear, there were hardly any vibrations when I was drilling the 2x4. So that's it. Baby Vader approves the drill press. So again guys, that's it for today. If this is the first time you visit my channel, please consider subscribing. If you liked the video, remember to leave a thumbs up. It's really motivating and keeps me making these videos. Also remember to hit that little notification bell so you get notified when I upload new stuff. Catch you in the next one.